straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble. My all hustle, my diamonds are huddled up. TGOD got this off the muscle. That's me about my life, man, I love it, I love it. Got so many rings, hey, now it ain't no more struggle. My team win the game, put our face on the cover, brother. We the champions.
Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brothers. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. They were Super Bowl opponents twice in the 80s, and they're back at it here. The Bengals and Niners are underway. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. It'll be Joe Mixon, born in nearby Oakley, California. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
How about that? Red man coverage and decided to test him early, but it proved up to the task and forced the incompletion.
Now it's Burrow. He's got Hurst, his tight end. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, a lot of times when you get a manageable 3rd down situation like this, you have to think about your tight end, and he comes through for him, picking up the first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Mixon. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. And they try to set up the screen, but that almost disaster as it falls incomplete. Very nearly a turnover, but it's 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs.
57, Mike, 57. It's just me and you. It's just...
Purdy looking to throw on first down here. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Hey, check Mike 57, Mike 57. Here we go. 57's the mic.
Now Purdy. High throw, but he makes the catch. And he's going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They go play action here. Purdy. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Purdy now to throw off the play action. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
Purdy with it on 3rd and long. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 15-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
On 2nd down and 4. Purdy. Throw left side complete. That's Jennings. Touchdown 49ers. Juwan Jennings from 8 yards out. And the 49ers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Gold with the extra point after one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Gold now out to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it, but I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up, and they gave the touchdown that was just given up. Down to a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly, and you definitely don't want to throw it too late, and that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. A gain of 8 there on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's got a Bengals first down as he's able to get this up past the 40. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, And what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. He'll air this one out for Boyd. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And with a dime look on defense, 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Now it's Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 42. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does. Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. They're looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And it is incomplete. Good positioning there downfield to break that one up.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. So that changes things. You get the interception, and then to boot, a good return tacked on.
And really, it was down to him versus the quarterback on the return, and that's one you would think the defender would win. But a nice job there of seeing the play all the way to the end and making the tackle by the QB.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. And a tackle there by Jermaine Pratt. Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Now a second down and 6. Now a draw play to McCaffrey. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. On third down, it's Purdy. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's fourth down.
That is certainly one way to frustrate a quarterback. Run those extra defenders on the field. Dime package, lots of speed, no space to fit in the football.
Fourth down try. Here's Purdy. Well, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Eli Apple. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Bengals are going to take possession here at their own 33. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 36, Purdy. Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. There's Purdy on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Shotgun now with Purdy. Touchdown! Tyler Kroft as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bengals drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And it is incomplete. They had a defender running right with him, and now it's third down. Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to go up top again. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half from the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On first down, it's Purdy. Flush to his right. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A well-executed 22-yard gain. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Check 26, check 26.
Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11. McCaffrey on the counter. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Back to throw, Purdy. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Call it a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play. Those are the kicks that you worry you might have to confront again in the end. You had a chance to go up by 2 scores here in the third quarter, but your kicker can't convert.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Burrow. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That is Nick Bosa from out on the edge who worked his way in for the sack. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Burrow looking to pass. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And the Niners are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 45 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. Purdy off the play fake. Gets this one to Juszczyk. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. They'll get a dozen there, and it's a 1st down, 49ers. Now an option play, and he'll keep it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Sam Hubbard that time coming through defensively with reckless abandon. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Purdy. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Purdy to throw it on 1st down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this one almost intercepted. Had a chance to come down with it in the end zone, but could not hang on. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Play action, and now here's Purdy to throw it. Out to his left. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the tough thing is when he goes back and reviews the film, he'll see that he already escaped the pocket. He could have gotten more himself by using his legs, and that might have been the better choice there instead of challenging the zone. A miscalculation on his part, and he pays for it with the interception.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll bring up second down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Second down and 3. Burrow will throw. Connected with Mixon. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Throwing, Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his second interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
On third down, it's Purdy. And this is going to be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. Fourth down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on fourth down. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker, and the Bengals will get the football back. So that's a decision that could loom pretty large here. They go for it on fourth down, but come up empty.
But I actually like the call, and the reason? It shows me a head coach has faith in his team overall. First on the offensive side, thinking they can pick it up, but also knowing that he has faith in his defense that if they don't, they'll go out there and stop them. I like the confidence he showed.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd.
It drives some people crazy to see those short throws underneath. They've got to find a way to gash the defense downfield.
Burrow. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a one-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Well, to be frank, CD, this is getting tough to watch. I mean, you feel for him, but 6 interceptions, that's at a whole new level. It's not a good level.
It makes it tougher and tougher to come up with ways to try and support him. But you have to as a team because you can't just throw your quarterback aside. You're going to need him later on. But it reminds me of a time that a former defense coordinator of mine told me he was in a game where his quarterback threw 7 interceptions. So after the 6th one of the defensive players went to the quarterback and said, here's what you do. Throw the ball to the other team, and let's see if our receivers can pick it off and turn it into a completion.
That's just mean. I don't know that I'd go down there and say that to him right now. Probably pretty fragile. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another strong gain on the last two plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Play action. Now Purdy. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Kind of a strange ballgame, Charles. We did not have a single point by either team after half. Really a defensive clinic by both sides in half number 2.
And wasn't that just beautiful to watch? Come on, man. Come over to the dark side with me. Wasn't that fun to see these defenses holding sway, right? Making sure they're controlling the game in the second half. It lets you know that you got to score points when you can. You never know when offenses might go a little bit dry, and you need those points from earlier.